these two little beauties I absolutely love. It's a variation on the Disappearing 9 patch. I call this a Disappearing 9 patch with a slant, and here's why. You know, a Disappearing 9 patch, I really do love them because they let you just do so many things. It is a 9 patch like I have right here. These are 5-inch fabric squares. And then you cut it down the center and across horizontally as well into 4. So I've already done that with this. As you can see, right, here's our 4 pieces. So with the Disappearing 9 patch, you just take opposing corners and rotate them, and then stitch this back together, and it's just a cool look. So instead of doing that, because we've already done that on a couple different videos, we are going to add a slant, and that's why I call this Disappearing 9 patch with a slant. I'm going to stand up for this. Before we start rearranging and sewing them back together, I want to cut these on an angle. I want to cut a slant for each one of these. So you bear with me here as I line these up like that. I was going to use my rotating Fiskars mat for this, but this finished out at 12.5 inches and my rotating mat is 13, and I just didn't want to get that close to my my corners on that. So I figured I'll just do this the old-fashioned way in front of you all. Okay, so once we have done that, now we have more possibilities. Come on, you've got a little thread right there. Now we have more possibilities, right? So look at the original. The original here shows that you're going to have 2 concentric squares, right? Little square followed by bigger square. So I know I have to make 2 of those out of here. So you just start playing with this. And look, I can make one of those squares right here. And I can take this and make the other one right here. And then I can just match up my other pieces here. But if you look at the original as well, I've got small squares that go diagonally through the whole project. So I want to rotate these so they will be in that direction. Let me move that out a little. And I will rotate these so they will be in this direction. So that's pretty good. That's basically what I've done here, and I absolutely love it. You know, it's funny, there's a lot of white in here, and the first time I did this, I rearranged them in a different way, and I'll show you. I rearranged them in this way, and there was so much white going through the center, I didn't care for it. It's because I put my little squares in these places instead of through the entire block. I prefer through the entire block, much better, like that on the original too. And here was the other sample that I showed at the beginning too. It's really important that you do something that really contrasts with the white. That's what makes this work. These colors are all so vibrant. They just work well with the white, and I absolutely love it. I went so far as to say, now, if I didn't want to use white, what if I used a print? So I made this one. Don't like it. I took a print and I substituted the white for a print here. And, you know, when I look at that, I just go, this one is not for me. So this is the best one. I really do love this. And what you'll do is stitch these 2 together, then these 2, and these 2 and these 2. So you have 4 little squares. Then you're going to stitch this to this to this, and then finally the top to the bottom, just like we assemble any of our quilt blocks. And it will finish out to 12.5 inches square, 9 patch, Disappearing 9 patch with a slant. I hope you'll try this. I do love this one, I really do. I'll do this one again because it was really easy to do. I hope you'll follow us on Facebook, subscribe to us on YouTube channel, and as always, happy sewing.